Coach, your team has been held to a nil-nil draw against a very spirited Bidco United side. So, first of all, what are your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, well, look, we knew coming into the game, Bidco are not a rollover by any means. They've only lost one game this season, and that continues. They've had a reasonably tight defence. And, yeah, look, we also played them in pre-season, and that was sort of a tie as well. Each team sort of won one half. So we knew it was going to be really tight today. Full credit to them. You know, they covered in well. They played on the counter-attack well. You know, I think, you know, taking a point in a game like this is okay. We obviously come in looking for all 3 points all the time, but I've said this before many times that some days when you wake up in the morning, it doesn't all quite click. And on those days, look, you still try and do some of the simple things, and we had a few chances, but the biggest thing is when you're not maybe at full capacity, make sure you don't lose the game.
And today we saw that maybe with the Shabana game moments in mind, you decided to rotate some of the players. We saw the likes of Rogers coming in, the likes of Austin benched. Did it have an effect in the sense that some of the players that came in, maybe there was an issue to do with maybe like the cohesion of the side and maybe
I'm not really sure. Like, it wasn't like we weren't looking at the Shabana game whatsoever. It was about energy. You know, we know, and look, this is a thing that you see throughout Kenyan football, is that when there are big results and emotional highs, sometimes it's difficult for the players to maintain that higher level. You know, you saw it even at international level when Harambee Stars obviously had a fantastic result against Qatar, and then a few days later it's almost like a different team playing against South Sudan, and we've seen that in the past as well. We've obviously come off two really good results against AFC and Tusker, and we just felt we needed injection of energy. And actually, in Paula Chuga and Roger Zuma coming into the starting lineup, I thought both of them did very well. I think Roger Zuma can feel a little bit disappointed to be subbed out of the game, but just because you've got to change things in a balanced way, and that was the only way to get one or two players into the game. If anything, the regret is we didn't maybe change two or three more. I do think that. Like, that's not to say the guys have been training well, but you just know after those emotional highs, maintaining it. If guys were able to maintain it every week, they'd be playing, in England and Spain and Germany. That's the difference between levels sometimes. And so, yeah, I don't think it was a cohesion thing. If anything, coming into the game, we didn't want to change too much. But in hindsight, it's a wonderful thing, isn't it? I think maybe we probably would have changed a couple more to give us that extra, because we were a bit flat and we needed more energy in it. And so, in hindsight, we might have changed a couple more.
Because just 8 games now, 4 wins, but 4 draws. In these draws that you've resulted into it, what do you think just needs to happen to just be getting over the line sometimes? It's not a perfect place.
Yeah, look, it's not, and you've got to take your chances when they present them. We had a couple there. Obviously, Benson's had a great chance that's been sort of gifted to us a little bit. We had one, I think they cleared it off the line from a corner kick. Equally, we've cleared one off the line from a corner of theirs. So it is just, you sort of felt the game could go either way off a set piece today, and, keeping that clean sheet was important. But look, the longer you go and pick up points, you don't win every game of the season. That's the nature of it. Last year we had, 20 wins and 10 draws. And so, you've just got to keep picking up points. And like we said, only one team this season has managed to beat Bidco. And yeah, we'll reflect on this towards the end of the season and think it's a positive enough point. But overall, the performance, it needs to come up a bit more.
Coach, you signed Chris from Bidco after playing them in pre-season. I think he's got to go for come to your side. But since coming here, of course, for his reasons, we know he's been a backup striker, considering the fact that Kadu is injured for the season. What do you make of his 20-minute career?
I thought he did well. Obviously, 4-4-2 isn't our most natural shape, but I thought he did well. He won some good balls in the air. It's unlucky. He had that one that he shot wide of the near post. If he catches those, Chris has a great shot on them. So you don't. Yeah, it goes wide, and some people might think, oh, can you pass that? But knowing how good he is at shooting when he has those few yards of space, you fully want him to take that shot on. But I thought he combined well. Look, we created some stuff. I think we probably created more in the last 20 minutes than we did in the rest of the game. So the shift in formation and having him up there to partner Benson, created a little bit more. But still, our ball possession wasn't good enough today. At times it looked like we were playing with a rugby ball out there, some of our passing. So yeah, we need to pick up for Shabana.
And do we need to be worried about the state of Rogers after?
We're going to have a look at it. Obviously, when you see someone pulling up as sharply as that, and he was in a reasonable amount of pain. So it's not been a good day for that, because obviously Patrick Sibomana's is maybe a smaller thing. He sort of just felt, you could see him when he whipped across in earlier, he sort of felt a little tweak in his back, so it wasn't like his groin or his hamstring or anything, but he just felt it and felt he couldn't strike through the ball, so we felt it was better to bring him off. Rogers, yeah, looks like a hamstring. We'll have that assessed. The swelling will go down. We'll have that assessed, and we just, send the boy our best wishes. But yeah, hopefully it won't be too long. But we don't know yet.
Just trying update on that, coach. Is injury about training update? How close is it?
Yeah, I think he's very close. I think he's now, he's in contention now. He's been working hard on his fitness and training, and he's in contention. But look, what we wanted here was competition. Kevin's kept 3 clean sheets. He's pulled off a big save there towards the end today, tipping that one over the crossbar. So the nature of being a Gormaya goalkeeper is you don't have a lot of saves to make, but those 1 or 2 moments you've got to pull out the big save. And what you've seen from Kevin in the last few weeks is he's fitting into that mould of a Corgallo goalkeeper in the sense that he's pulling out the big save when it's needed. Gad does that as well. So let's see. We've got a few games this week. We'll see who's in the lineup on Wednesday.